Rexar versus Rexar.
Let the hunt begin. I will hunt you down.
I will say this, ladies and gentlemen. If there's one thing about these aggressive decks, is that no time is wasted messing around. You either win fast or you lose fast. And that is exactly what has been happening for this particular arena run.
Bring out your dead.
The opponent has played an Undertaker, and Jade So Geeky's answer will be a coin into a Murloc Tidehunter, hoping to deal with whatever play his opponent has next. Perhaps he's got a Death Rattle minion hiding in there somewhere, who knows? He's going for the free trade with the Murloc. Or will he? Who knows? He goes for it. The trade is now bad, but he has a fine play to play behind it. Poorly trades his Murloc into the enemy Undertaker, but replaces it with a Fairy Dragon and gains board control. His opponent, Vivalara, answers with a Harvest Golem. Great play, great play. We will see how he answers in kind. Perhaps with his own Harvest Golem. No, he's going for the Jungle Panther. He wants a little bit more punch in the late game. We'll see if the decision comes back to bite him later. An intimidating board presence by Jade So Geeky.
For the king!
He draws a Stormwind Knight and plays it, sending it into the Fairy Dragon. He loses nothing. Oh, but look at this. He's got Dragonling Mechanic right there waiting for him.
Just me and Mr. Right.
Does he keep the Panther in the shadows or does he attack with it? Both trades are very poor, but he will attack with the Panther. Into the enemy Harvest Golem, destroying the Panther. As the board is now, his opponent Vivalara will not be able to trade favorably with his minions. A Metal Tooth Leaper! That one card, one play is all it takes, ladies and gentlemen. Any hero powers just to finish it off. Let's see what he does now. Oh, a very similar play by Jade So Geeky. Hero powering and playing a Harvest Golem. Not enough to take care of the Metal Tooth Leaper by itself, but we will see what he has planned. Jade's opponent waiting, deciding what card to play. Taking his sweet time. Probably the better way to play. Granted, aggro is very... most call it a very simple style of playing Hearthstone. He gets a Huffer! He has the opportunity to push for much damage this turn. Does the kill command? Using the Metal Tooth Leaper to trade with the leftover spare Golem. Fine play, fine play. How does he deal with it? Let's see. Argent Commander. He plays the Argent Commander, sends it into the Huffer. He will lose it to the Metal Tooth Leaper, but I think it's fine. You don't want a hunter having a beast hanging around. I think that was the best target for the Argent Commander. He decides to trade his Metal Tooth Leaper into the Argent Commander, playing a Silver Moon Guardian, keeping the pressure applied with his hero power. Jade So Geeky winding down. How can he deal with this? Just pulled into a Stampeding Kodo and plays it. Fires into his opponent with a steady shot. He's thinking about hero powering. He's doing the math in his head. Attacks the Kodo with his Silver Moon Guardian.
Drink with me, friend.
Oh, he uses a Brewmaster to bring the Guardian back, preserving
Silver Moon.
the very valuable Divine Shield. What play will he use now? Jade So Geeky getting low. He plays a Whip Spinner and a Scavenging Hyena and tops it all off with a Frostwolf Warlord.
Stand ready.
Very strong, indeed. Using the Kodo to trade with the Brewmaster, bringing up that Scavenging Hyena to a scary 4-3 status. 7/7 Frostwolf Warlord, very powerful minion. How will Vivalara deal with Jade So Geeky's board? A Kazan Mystic waiting in the wings for Jade. If he plays a secret, it may be stolen. Possibly enough to swing the tide in his favor. He attacks the 4-3, very wise choice.
Your magic shall not save.
And he silences the Frostwolf Warlord. What a play! So much for the 7/7 stats on that creature. Three cards in hand. He's thinking about playing one of them. It's a Mech Warper! His future mechs will be much more cheaper if Jade So Geeky does not deal with it. But has he found the answer in the Glaive Zuka? We will see. And it buffs the Spider.
For the Horde!
He trades his Frostwolf Warlord. And the Spider. Spider going into the Spellbreaker. What does he draw? It's King Mukla! Wow, that's pretty good. He will play his King Mukla. Screw it, he'll play it right now. Will that decision ultimately be his downfall? We will find out in a very short time. He decides not to use the bananas. Or perhaps he does. Starving Buzzard is drawn. And he has a King of Beasts. Oh! But a Houndmaster is top decked,
I'll let the dogs out.
giving him ample ability to deal with the enemy's King of Beasts, as well as going for the Buzzard. Playing the Argent Squire. Getting low. Hit points are now low for Jade So Geeky. He does not have much time. He needs to win next turn or face possible defeat. Alright, okay. He needs to push for damage hard this turn. Will the extra healing that his opponent just got from the Earthen Ring Farseer spell doom for the 2015 arena run of Jade So Geeky? That Mukla is strong, but it's not invincible. He has a Frostwolf Warlord. He plays it
Wolves stand ready.
once again with a 7/7. The victory has become a reality. Or at least potentially, with a play like that. Does Vivalara have what he needs to seal the deal with the extra damage to Jade So Geeky and win this.
I let the dogs out.
A Houndmaster with nothing to combo out is a very poor Houndmaster indeed. What does he have to follow it up? Bananas! He uses one of the bananas from the Mufla. Unfortunately for Vivalara, if he... Ooh! Incredible! Victory snatched away from Jade So Geeky. Can he draw something to help him get the extra damage now that his big minion has been destroyed? He needs one more point of damage to pull the win out. Does he draw it? No, he doesn't. But it's possible. He plays the Fell Reaver. It's Fell Reaver. Can his opponent draw one more point of damage to win the game? If he doesn't, Jade So Geeky takes the victory in Game 5 of the 2015 Hearthstone Arena Run, first of the year. Cobra Shot, he has it! Vivalara has taken victory so strong and hard fought from Jade, bringing his victory and win-loss ratio to 3-2. If he doesn't watch his back, he could end up losing early.
Rexar versus Garrosh.
Victory or death! Let the hunt begin.
Currently at a 3-2 arena run, if Jade So Geeky misses once, makes one mistake in this match, it's all over for him. He'll trade out the Harvest Golem and the Explosive Trap. He'll keep the Fairy Dragon. One of his better 2-drops, but there is not many good 2-drops that he has against a warrior. The Fiery War Axe is a very dangerous opponent. What just happened? His opponent gave up. I don't know why. Perhaps he had to go to the bathroom and couldn't hold it for some reason, I don't know. But he pulls a miracle win! And by miracle, I mean random. That was very random. And he is very happy because this means he is now going 4-2 to his 6th or 7th arena run. He does not know math, but he might pull it out.
Rexar versus Uther.
I will fight with honor. Let the hunt begin.
You know, many people say, including himself, that if Jade knew math, he would be a better Hearthstone player. But he does not because the US educational system has failed him, and he is only decent and moderate in it. But not a bad opening hand.
Well met.
Well met by his paladin adversary, Tynasty. Looks like he's coining out into a mad scientist. His opponent is a talker and is currently being squelched. He does not need to deal with well met, messing up his already
Powering up. Portals online.
his already stressful and bad thinking. Right. Scavenging Hyena going out. Ignores the Mech Warper, goes for the face of the Paladin opponent. Mech Warper able to favorably trade with either creature at this point. Chooses the Hyena.
Reporting for duty.
Is it time for a favorable trade by Jade? We will see as he draws the Animal Companion and plays it. And takes it. Trades. Taking out the Hero Power 1/1 with his Mad Scientist. Trying to squeeze out as much value from the Scientist as possible. Paladin using the Seal of Light. destroys Misha with the help of the Mech Warper and his thingy. Dragon Lee Mechanic is played by Jade. He has drawn the Fell Reaver. The Fell Reaver, usually the harbinger of victory.
I see you.
Lotheb is currently played. Oh, and he's drawn a weapon. The victory could come very quickly after this, ladies and gentlemen, as he now races for the opponent's face with the appearance of the Fell Reaver. But will his opponent know enough not to just play cards in the attempts of him burning them all? It is very unlikely he will get to fatigue even if he plays 5 cards.
Let me think.
Unless his hand is full of 1-drops, I don't think it's possible.
You call that a whip? Reporting for duty.
And he decides to attempt to trade for the Fell Reaver. But little does he know he has a Frostwolf Warlord waiting in the wakes, but is perhaps not the correct turn to play it. He decides to trade favorably with minions and goes for the face. And just like that, his opponent is at less than half his hit point total.
Justice.
Will the Guardian of Kings be enough to save his paladin opponent? Perhaps not. Will the Dark Iron Dwarf give him the edge he needs? His paladin enemy guy thing is 1 hit point away from death. If he cannot heal again, I feel he has lost this match. And a Wraith.
Ready to ride.
Wolf Rider. Not enough. A very fine and fun display of card loss, but it means nothing.
The victory.
And his opponent gives up prematurely. Victory for match number 7 goes to Jade So Geeky, as he goes 5-2 in the arena run.
Rexar versus Jaina.
You asked for it.
Let the hunt begin.
Sitting on a razor's edge with 2 losses and 5 victories, Jade So Geeky tries to beat one of the most fearsome opponents in Hearthstone Arena, a mage. Keeping the eagle horn bow in case he needs to deal with a mana worm that those mages are so fond of playing on turn 2 and 3. Or 1.
Hello.
Another talker! The opponent has now been squelched. Jade So Geeky has very little tolerance for talkers in Hearthstone. As explained in previous matches, he needs all the concentration he can get because he sucks at Hearthstone. Turn 1 passed by the mage, but not so. What does Jade So Geeky do? Eaglehorn bows. Decides to nip this snow chugger in the butt nice and early. However, it has left him frozen and vulnerable. He will not be able to attack again on his next turn. Jamal the Mage coins. Water Elemental. But he has drawn a kill command. Kill command only 5 is not enough. He plays Houndmaster. Continuing the rush maneuver. Jade So Geeky tries to end this game fast by pushing as much damage as he can. Oh, Flame Cannon destroys the Houndmaster and uses the remainder of his mana to destroy the Direwolf Alpha. Cobra Shot! Ooh, very nice. But does he attack with the Eaglehorn Bow? No. Cobra Shot able to let Jade So Geeky push the damage further while removing a minion.
I'm ready. I'm not ready.
Ogre Mage! He plays Mad Scientist and Animal Companion. Ooh, Leok. Very nice. Mage deciding, thinking about trading the Leok with his Ogre Mage. Uses Arcane Intellect. Draws a couple of cards. Jamal now at a very big card advantage against Jade.
My eyes are open.
Uses the Earthen Ring Farseer to bring it back up. But lo and behold, continues to go for face on the mage. Does the mage have enough control to tame his wild board? Thinking about trading into the Kodo with his Ogre and Fire Blast. And Jade does not have a secret. He only has the one that he has played.
You call that a weapon?
It's time for a little blood.
Sensing desperation, he plays Mechanical Yeti. Shoots into the face of the mage. The clock winds down. Mages in Hearthstone Arena have a fierce reputation of being cheap buttholes, with many hero powers and spells that completely destroy minions, rendering almost most other classes useless. But it is not impossible, for nothing is impossible, and Jade may very likely take the win in this game somehow. Decides to sack 2 minions into the Yeti that he has played. What could he possibly have in mind?
Time runs out on me.
Ooh. All right. Oh, and he draws the Fell Reaver. The damage race is on. If he can pull a low-cost 1 mana or something minion beast from his deck, he may have lethal. The Fell Reaver easily traded with the Sea Giant, however.
Join or die. Or both.
Plays a Cult Master, possibly in the hopes of drawing cards, while his opponent, Jade So Geeky, gets them destroyed. The drawback of the Fell Reaver, a very powerful drawback, but also a very powerful tempo advantage.
What to do? What to do?
It's looking like the Fell Reaver is unable to carry this victory for Jade So Geeky, as it has done so many times before. Oh, but look at this!
You call that a win?
He Dark Iron Dwarfs the sheep, shoots him in the face, pulling the miracle win out! Making the mistake of leaving the sheep alive. Jade So Geeky pulls the win out of thin air as if magic, taking him to the 8th game of 2015.
Rexar versus Jaina.
You asked for it.
Let the hunt begin.
Game number 9 at 6-2, fighting another mage. He got lucky last time, but will his luck prevail? Impressive opening hand. Playing the Argent Squire, eyeing a Lave Zuka turn 2. Buying a little bit of security with that Divine Shield on the Argent Squire. Using the Lave Zuka. Adds 1 more damage on the Argent Squire.
I hunt alone.
And deals a respectable 4 points of damage at his opponent. Deciding to take a conservative route, he ignores it! He completely ignores it! We'll see if that was the right decision.
To my side.
Amisha, he can continue to push for the damage.
Alone.
I fight.
Does he decide to Fire Blast the 2-1? Oh, using a Frostbolt. Draws an Eaglehorn bow and plays a Web Spinner in the attempts to protect his 4-1 bear for 1 turn longer. What does the mage opponent do? Scarlet Crusader drawn. And it's a scavenging hyena. It sees no quarter process here. As he plays the Stampeding Kodo, he continues pushing for damage on the face of his opponent. The aggressive playstyle of Jade has worked out so far in more situations than not. Will it be enough to carry him through the 9th match? This match. Using one of his precious fireballs to get rid of the Kodo, and a Fire Blast to destroy his Web Spinner. He plays both hyenas and his secret, in the hopes that he can get the secret off in time and gain the extra charge for his bow. Does his opponent have Flame Strike, a very common spell? Flame Cannon taking care of the leftover hyena with incredible ease.
To Northrend!
Realizing he may not be able to get his secret off in time, he saves the bow charge for when he needs it. And the Argent Commander gets polymorphed and fire blasted. Explosive trap going off. And he draws a water elemental. This is very bad news for Jade So Geeky. Going for face, this may be the last chance he has to pull out the victory from underneath Go JK, which looks very likely at this point. If he loses this one, the arena run is over for Jade So Geeky. The ghoul grows very large. Victory seems near. It's not what he needs to pull out the win. He will hero power in vain, play the fairy dragon, but it looked like it's all over. If his opponent has a brain and cares about winning, it is all but assured. If he wills it, it will be. He decides to BM and trade, possibly in the hopes of making the biggest ghoul he possibly can. And he does arcane missiles. He is BMing Jade So Geeky so hard. It is all he deserves. An astonishing BM loss, ending the incredible win streak enjoyed thus far by Jade So Geeky. That's it. It's all over, folks. Good game. Everybody can go home. 6-3. First arena run of 2015. Not bad, but it's good. It's a slightly above average. Very great run. Valiant effort by the aggro deck crafted by Jade So Geeky in the arena. Now, let's use the key and see what his reward is. 3 packages, 80 gold, a card pack, more gold, enough for another arena run if he chooses. But what is inside the pack? That's what everybody cares about. It's the pack opening. What does a 6-3 arena run get Jade So Geeky? 2 rares. 2 rares. He gets a Salty Dog, Druid of the Fang, Seal of Light.
Rare.
First rare, Mistress of Pain for Warlock.
Rare.
Second rare, Gnomish Experimenter. Excellent, excellent time. Thank you very much for watching the first Arena Hearthstone run for Jade So Geeky in the year 2015. Bye-bye.